I'm outside of the Lake Charles. Call. I was here on Monday. They acted like a bunch of idiots.
you give numbers. Verse 9 and total $15.25. So if you're any of those numbers, we all got a copy of the minutes. Please approve. Please vote. All right, moving forward. Number 1, appointments. Appoint a chairman to review the bids to purchase road vessels. Forget first spot public block. In order to
did have the authority to grant a variance, but only grant a variance for 2% greater than what's allowed. That's why they told them not to application. So if you see if you appeal, vacated decision, you're voting on it as presented.
Okay. We do have a court tonight, Mr. Jeremy Williams. Good evening, Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams, can you please state your name and address for the record?
Jeremy Williams, 124 West Broad Street. I wanted to build this shop. Give me my 3 boys somewhere to work on our cars. They inherited my problem of loving cars and working on them and spending all their money on them. So that's the reason for building it. The shop is actually going to be the same color. It's going to be the same color grade with gray trim and a black roof. So and that black roof, so that's white and very OCD. So it had to look just like the house. And the reason for the size is we're also into fishing. My boys are really enjoying that lately, doing stuff and we have a with a 34-foot trailer. So in order to fit a boat inside the shop, so it's not or put it in protection, so it's not getting weathered on the interior and causing a bunch there. That's why I'm requesting a shop of this size.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Williams. We're going to come back. We have another court as well, so we'll bring you back before we turn it over to Mr. Young. Next up, we have a Robin Basson.
That was only if the owner needed me, but he's speaking for himself.
Okay, thank you so much. Is there any councilman have any questions? This is Mr. Young's issue. So before I turn it over to Mr. Young, anyone have anything they'd like to say? Mr. Young.
Thank you, Mr. Harvey. I've met with Mr. Williams, feel comfortable about his ability to pull off the project. It's done with taste. I went and looked at the site. My only initial concern was the amount of distance between the home and the property line, like how far that is. Trying to understand if he would be really able to get back there. Went and measured it. It's 14 foot 9 inches. As well as his mother-in-law lives next door, so I feel very comfortable with this request. I'm going to vote for it and ask my colleagues to do the same.
For the record, there wasn't any opposition presented at the planning commission meeting.
We've heard from the constituents, we've heard from the council, we've heard from the representative in that district. Mr. Young, please vote.
5 in favor.
Thank you. Number 3, a public hearing in consideration of the Lake Charles Planning and Zoning Commission decision to approve as amended a variance in order to maintain an existing unpermitted ground sign versus required monument style sign and allow setback of 10.2 of the front property line versus the required minimum 15 feet within a mixed use zoning district at 2529 Lake Street. Mr. Garrison.
Again, members of the council, this item is before you on an appeal from the applicant. The planning commission approved the request with some amendments. The applicant didn't feel the amendments were fair or appropriate, so that approved amendment it's been appealed to you for this evening for consideration. That appeal vacated their decision, so you're voting on this request as
We do have a cord, Ms. Quayleen Jenkins. Quayleen Jenkins. Hello, Ms. Jenkins, please state your name and address for the record.
Good evening, my name is Quaylen Jenkins, 1934 Thibodeau Road.
Thank you, Ms. Jenkins, what would you like to let us hear?
To see if you have any questions for me.
I don't have any councilman have any questions?
Well, Ms. Jenkins, I read the thing, and from what I don't know if we vacated all of the suggestions that are, but I think they gave you 9 months to make this correct. Are you gonna move forward with those 9 months to correct it, or are we?
That's right. So essentially, she's asking to just get a variance to keep this sign
Keep
as
it like it is?
Right.
I don't have any questions, Mr. Young. This is your district.
Yes, sir. We're talking about a difference between 10 foot 2 inches and 15 feet, 10 feet and 15 feet. My concern with this particular issue is more so with the sign company, and I don't think that the business owner who's operating a mental health clinic for veterans should have to pay to move this sign that a sign company incorrectly installed. I'm going to support her request for the variance, but I am going to ask if city staff could reach out to as many of the sign companies that we do business with within city limits and notify them of our current ordinances and process to get that permit.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Let's please vote with the recommendation of Councilman Young.
5 in favor.
Thank you.
Number 4, an ordinance ordering demolition and authorizing the city of Lake Charles to enter an agreement for demolition of a structure located at 1517 Martha Street. Don Eric Muhammad, owner. Mr. Hester.
Good evening, council. This is a hurricane damaged structure. You can see in the pictures there was significant damage to the roof and the exterior walls. They had window damage and they had interior weather damage. The owner does have a permit that will need to be extended, and he has been making repairs on the property, and I do have some updated pictures.
Offering to the record the pictures showing the condition of the property and notices to the appropriate parties and the inspection report.
All right, we do have a cord, Mr. Don Muhammad. Please state your name and address for the record.
Good evening, Don Eric Muhammad, 1517 Martha Street. I've been in communication with Mr. Robert Hester, and I've been continuing to make significant progress on the property repairs. What I'm here for is to continue to be allowed to pull permits so I could continue improving my homestead.
Gotcha. Anybody have any questions? Any questions? That is my district. I've been in communication with Mr. Muhammad as well, Mr. McGarris.
For the record, some of the work that has been done has not been inspected, but you can make sure what was done appropriately, and we will extend the permit.
Gotcha. I'm willing to approve it based on those conditions from Mr. McGarris. Do you have a time? Mr. McGarris, contact the time.
He can come in this week and we can get that scheduled.
Okay, Mr. Muhammad, you okay with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm good with extending the permit and extra time as recommended by Mr. McGarris. Please vote.
Mr. Humphrey, do you want to defer?
I do. That's deferred for 30 days. I think last time we met, we said we would come every 30 days, just for updates.
It'll be October 15th,
This will be on the notice. So you will have to report on October
15th.
15th, just for updates. But make sure you stay in communication with the years.
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you. Everybody's clear? Please vote.
5 in favor.
Okay, number 5 has been deleted. Number 6 has been deleted. Number 7, an ordinance ordering demolition authorizing the city of Lake Charles to enter into an agreement for demolition of a structure located at 211 North Hodges Street. Bobby No Middle Name LaFleur and June Marie Jubert LaFleur, owners.
This is a residential hurricane damaged structure. You can see in the pictures, there's some roof damage to the structure. There's some exterior wall damage. You have some damaged windows, all exposed in the interior to severe weather damage to this structure.
Offering to the record the pictures showing the condition of the property and notices to the appropriate parties.
Okay, we have a card, Ms. June LaFleur, who wishes not to speak. That is in my district, I'm going to recommend normal delays. Any questions? Please vote.
5 in favor.
Number 8, an ordinance ordering demolition and authorizing the city of Lake Charles to enter into an agreement for demolition of a structure located at 612th Street, Stratton Oakmont Properties LLC owner.
Okay, this is a commercial structure. It's the old Kroger's building. You can see in the pictures, I've taken some good pictures. The interior has roof collapse. The back walls are collapsing of the structure. There's 2 loading docks in the back that have standing water. The building is unsecured. They're starting to write graffiti and vandalism all over the back of the building. There's illegal dumping going on at the back of the building. There's overgrown vegetation and weeds around the property. And it is a safety and health risk, and we've had lots of complaints.
Offering to the record the pictures of the property and the notices to the appropriate parties.
Okay, this is Mr. Fundell's district. Mr. Fundell, any comments, concerns?
Just want to make a point for the record. You have in your booklet a letter from the owner and the owner's architect. It's dated August 27th about an intent to clean up the property and plans for the structure. They asked for 6 weeks to get the property secured, cleaned up, and I think if we want to defer it for 6 weeks, which is what hearing date, that may be appropriate. But if you want to go ahead and vote on it, they did provide some documentation of what their intent is for the property.
November 19th. November 19th. Your drive, Jay. Let's say they could have been keeping this property up already. Maybe we, instead of giving the full 6 weeks, we ask them to report sometime before then, so that they're making any progress. If you give them time, I would say, at least shorten the time frame, that has them fix it. Do what they're supposed to do within 6 weeks, but hey, if they don't start anything in 2 or 3 weeks, why give them more time?
How about October 15th?
So
30.
just for clarity, how much time will we give?
October 15th, and so they can report to you all what their progress or lack of progress is.
Okay.
You're deferring.
Yes, sir.
You're deferring it, not taking that.
Deferring.
Yeah.
But with that, hopefully they will understand that means they need to start. Even if they're not going to do anything with it, they need to take care of it.
Correct.
I have a
We will
complaint.
relay that message to them.
Especially the water.
Especially water in that
Exactly.
tank.
And we agree with that.
They need to, they can get some relatively inexpensive sump pumps and get that at least out there. It's going to just continue. Yeah, fence it off and pump it out because it's a mosquito issue.
I was also told
The recommendation is 6 weeks, just for
that
clarity.
they aren't going to hear me.
Yeah, 30 days deferred.
30 days. Everybody good with that? Please vote.
5 in favor.
Moving forward. Number 9 has again been deferred until October 15, 2025. Number 10, an ordinance ordering demolition and authorizing the city of Lake Charles to enter into an agreement for demolition of a structure located at 2611 Ernie Street, rear porch only. James Darrell Talbot and Tamis Davida Sorry Talbot, owners.
And this is a rear porch only for a residential structure, and you can see in the pictures, it has total roof collapse of the structure, exterior wall damage. They have a couple of windows that are damaged, and the interior is all, severely damaged.
Offering to the record the pictures that are before you all and, notices to the appropriate parties.
Any questions? Any questions? Mr. Young, this is your issue.
Recommend normal delays.
Normal delays is the recommendation. Please vote.
5 in favor.
Number 11, an ordinance ordering demolition and authorizing the city of Lake Charles to enter into an agreement for demolition of structures located at 2901 Creole Street. 2 houses. Warren Blachette, owner.
And these are storm damaged structures. They're residential. There are 2 houses. And both of them have pretty severe roof damage. You can see in the pictures. There's exterior wall damage, exterior window damage. They were open to the public and all exposed in the interior to severe weather damage of the structure. And we had the owner here and he said he wanted them demolished.
Any comments, questions? Mr. Young, this is your district.
Just clear, demolish.
Being there is no one, move forward.
And this is a residential storm damage structure. And you can see in the pictures, the back of the house has really bad roof damage. It has exterior wall damage, window damage. It's all exposed in the interior to severe weather damage of the structure, and it is open to the public.
Offering to the record the pictures that are before you and the notices to the interested parties.
Any comments or questions? That is my district. The recommendation is 1515. Please vote.
5 in favor.
Number 19, an ordinance ordering demolition authorizing the city of Lake Charles to enter into an agreement for demolition of a structure located at 2310 North Old Highway 171, the garage and the barn. Charles, Richard, Frank, and Dana and Kilchrist, owners.
And this is a storm damage. It's a barn, a garage. And you can see in the pictures, the metal roof is just all damaged. Interior walls are damaged and the interior is under.
We don't have a court, but we do have someone to speak. It's fine.
No,
Please
just
say
say
your
well,
name and address for the record.
Before I get to
Charles
the
Richard Frank.
record, the pictures showing the condition of the property and the notices to the property.
Yes, sir. The Charles Richard Frank, yes, 2310 is our rent house. But in the last 6 months, this side has collapsed.
It's from the hurricane.
But it's there's stuff inside of there that it's unsafe for us to go in there and get it. But if you can give us at least 3 months, we can shore it up and get everything out, and then we can start demolishing it.
Okay. And this is there any neighboring structures that we know?
No, it's next to our house.
It's next to us. That's our neighbor house. We bought the house. Our neighbor passed away, and we bought the house. It's right next to it. We're 2308 Old Highway 171
Gotcha.
North, and we just it just started to collapse all of a sudden in our.
December 17th.
Yes. The recommendation is going to be to
Deferred. Yes.
defer
December
for 90
17th.
days until, what's the date, Mr.?
December 17th.
December 17th. That'll be your only notice as well.
That'd be,
All right. Thank you. Please vote.
5 in favor.
Number 20 has been deferred until November 19, 2025. Number 21 has been deleted and 22 has been deleted. Ordinance for final action. Number 23, an ordinance accepting the lowest bid, the lowest responsible bid, and authorizing the city of Lake Charles to enter into an agreement for project number CP 3469, McNeese Sidewalk to Carbina Road to Lake Crest Boulevard, and amend the budget as necessary. That was for Mr. Bilbo. So I'll take. The recommendation for this project is to be awarded to RC Paving Incorporated in the total amount bid of $238,154.75. I move that we please accept this bid. Please vote.
5 in favor.
24, an ordinance authorizing the city of Lake Charles to negotiate excess workers' compensation insurance by accepting the lowest responsible bid for the period beginning October 1st, 2025 through October 1st, 2026. Any questions? Comments?
I'll put on the record the recommendation is for us to accept the bid for Midwest Casualty Carrier. The premium price is $181,971, which will be a savings to the city, I think, of between $88,000 to $99,000.
So we're getting comparable coverage for less money?
Correct.
I know some of the packages are actually got more coverage for less money.
Yeah.
Insurance parties are selling down, so that's a good thing.
Yes, sir.
Any comments or questions? Please vote.
5 in favor.
Number 25, an ordinance authorizing the city of Lake Charles to allow more than 20% cumulative increase for a change order for a project number CP 2894 Nelson Road, 24-foot sewer line, CIPP line. Questions, comments?
I'll just say for the record, Mr. Beasley, you had asked about this.
Yes, I spoke to Kevin,
Okay.
and he explained the whole thing to me. If anybody's got any questions, I can answer them. I know Kevin's not here, but that project got a lot bigger than expected for some unforeseen issues in the sewer line, and that's why it has overage.
Everybody good? Questions, comments? Please vote.
5 in favor.
Number 26, an ordinance authorizing the city of Lake Charles to enter into an agreement with Environmental Technical Sales to repair the fine stream aqua stream at Wastewater Plant BC. Questions, comments? Please vote.
5 in favor.
27, an ordinance amending sections 53014, figure 1, 53024, figure 2, 53034, figure 3, 53044, figure 4, 53045, and figure 5, and 5, and And 53053, ordinance relative to additional 5-foot setback along with arterial or collector corridors and federal or state designated routes on additional 10-foot for facilities that include fuel cells per section 24-5203-10. Questions? Mr. Owens.
I was gonna say, is yours just an easy explanation? Yes, there is. It's a technical adjustment. That additional 5 foot is kind of separated from all the development standards in the ordinance. We'll put it in each section of each zoning district, so it's easy to find when someone's doing a code review. So it's not changing anything in the ordinance, we're just moving it from one single area to each area in the zoning code.
That was easy.
It's a cleanup.
Yeah, what's also easy explanation, if you don't mind, for an arterial corridor? Are there?
Arterial and collectors are identified on the master street address map.
It is.
Ryan Street is an arterial, Common Street's a collector, Lake Street's a collector, so they're all identified by.
I didn't know if it was by lanes, because some of those surprised me, like Hodges is.
On our website, we have a street designation map that's produced by NCAP.
Good thing. Thank you.
Any questions? Please vote.
All in favor?
Number 28, an ordinance amending section 53042 of chapter 24 of the Lake Charles zoning ordinance relative to permitted uses within business districts, drive-in or drive-through facilities.
Again, it's an ordinance cleanup. The ordinance limits drive-through facilities to no more than 2,500 square
That
feet.
they are.
Since COVID, that's kind of gone out the window. Everybody's putting a drive-through. There's no restaurant on any major business district that's less than 2,500 square feet. So it's just an ordinance cleanup.
Any comments, questions?
Have we, considered increasing the amount of stacking that's required at some of these places because they present, different places present problems? Because we know all know who they are. I mean, Ryan Street gets backed up.
We
Which is
have
good
not,
for their business, but it's.
you know, we have our existing stacking requirements for
All of them
these
are
type
blah,
of
blah, blah,
facilities.
blah, blah, blah.
Generally along these routes are all state routes, so they're going to get reviewed by the DOTD anyway. So they probably have more stacking requirements in the city, but we can evaluate that going forward. Just to make sure. And it could be based on the type of drive-through. You know, your drive-through pickup windows for a Chili's or something is not as much of an impact as crawfish.
Right, yeah.
So we may need to look at the type of use and the type of product that's being sold in the drive-through.
Any questions, comments? Please vote.
All in favor?
29, an ordinance amending section 7C2 of chapter 23 of the City of Lake Charles Code of Ordinance relative to exterior storage areas.
Again, another ordinance cleanup. It's not clear on the spacing of the slats for screening storage areas. It states that it must be greater than 25.25 inches. It needs to say no more than 0.25 inches. So that's just another clarification.
Comments?
I've got some good code reviewers, and they're picking up all these little things as we're going through them. So you'll be seeing some adjustments as we go forward.
Gotcha. We appreciate it. Comments, questions? Please vote.
All in favor?
Number 30, an ordinance adding section 520332 of chapter 24 of the Lake Charles zoning ordinance relative to
Same thing.
same thing. Comments, questions? Please vote.
All in favor?
31, an ordinance accepting the lowest responsible quote and authorizing the City of Lake Charles to enter into an agreement for Central Auditorium Theater repairs.
Couple comments on this one.
Yes, comments, questions?
If you want to read in the bid, I'm sorry. Okay. So I'm happy to see Central Schools Theater getting put back into place. Anybody who knows me knows that building, what happens there is very important to me. There's a lot of good synergy between theater groups and artists and dance groups and all the kind. I'm curious as to why the theater wasn't completed when the general repairs were made to the building, making it a little bit more easy for FEMA reimbursement. Do we feel confident that we can get reimbursement for this?
Probably when I wasn't part of that initial assessment, it probably wasn't considered mission critical to get the building back up and running. And when you look at your FEMA funds, there's only so much. So you go for the things that get the building back up and running for the tenants, and then we start going from there. With our grants management group, HGA, we worked together for the past roughly about a year, 8 months. And we found out this particular project is FEMA reimbursable. So 90% of the cost of this will be reimbursed to us.
Great.
I think, Mr. Young, some of the items that were identified as being repaired now in the very beginning, they weren't noticed in the very beginning. It wasn't something you could structurally see.
I see. Thank you, Mike.
And if you have questions on what it's rigging, curtain, like Mr. John said, it's just the stuff, the hidden stuff that gets the building running.
Any other comments or questions? I have a question. Does this entire bid need to be read? Does it need to be read into the record, or?
No, just the base bid and the alternate.
Okay. Any other comments or questions? Please vote. Oh, you gotta read it. Okay. So I need to. I thought Mr. Rubin was about to read it. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So the entire thing. Okay. So we go. The base bid includes the 72 channel dimmable power distribution system designed to support the conventional lighting fixtures, closely matching the originally specified equipment and layout. Substitutions have been made only where the specified products are discontinued, unavailable, or the manufacturer is no longer in business. All substituted components maintain equivalent function and intent, with the base bid of $208,975. The alternate bid reflects a functionally equivalent solution using 48 circuits on a motorized breaker panel to support the available LED lighting fixtures. The proposed LED fixtures align with the original specification in terms of performance and application, but require fewer circuits due to lower power consumption and simplified electrical demands. This alternate has been provided solely to accommodate current product availability and does not represent a system enhancement or upgrade. Alternate 1 at $1,800. Is any comments or questions?
Porsche Advance.
Oh, I'm sorry. There you go. Yes, thank you, Councilman Young. This bid was by Porsche Advanced Systems LLC. Comments or questions? Please vote.
5 in favor.
All right, 32. The following resolutions may be adopted by consent. Does anyone have anything they need to pull? Then there is none. Numbers 32 through 40, hearing date will be November 5th, 2025. Again, 32 through 40, hearing date will be November 5th, 2025. Here we go. 32, a resolution setting date for public hearing on condemnation of structures located at 1900 Prajon Drive, Place Vendom Apartment Homes LLC owner. Number 33, a resolution setting the date for public hearing on condemnation of structure located at 633 South Franklin Street, shed only, Laura Gaddy Glenn and Leonard Gerard Gaddy owners. 34, a resolution setting date for public hearing on condemnation of structure located at 1030 13th Street, carport only, Russell William Young and Natasha Lynn Miller Young owners. 35, a resolution setting date for public hearing on condemnation of structures located at 2502 Root Street, rear house only, Lily Ann Duhorn and David T. Huddleston, estate owners. 36, a resolution setting date for public hearing on condemnation of a structure at 2713 General Vandenberg, Linda Gray Gidry, estate owner. 37, a resolution setting date for public hearing on condemnation of structure located at 2915 Creole Street, RH Reynolds Rental Property LLC owner. 38, a resolution setting the date for public hearing on condemnation of structures located at 1901 7th Street, Earl Joseph Banks Jr., James Anthony Anderson, Bessie Mae Jonah estate, Emmett Jonah estate, and Sheila Marie LeBlanc Ozan, owners, subject to a tax sale to the state of Louisiana. 39, a resolution setting a date for public hearing on condemnation of structure located at 1023 14th Street, Joshua John Common and Angela A. Eccles owners. 40, I'm sorry, we got to amend number 40. So 40 will read, a resolution setting a date for public hearing on condemnation of a structure located at 813 and a half East Prion Lake Road, commercial building behind the main building, should be noted. David Lynn Tinker II and Kenise Pauline Stone Tinker owners. 41, we need to appoint a chair. A resolution of authorizing the city of Lake Charles to advertise to receive sealed bids for project number CP 3237 WWTP A Basin A06 sewer rehabilitation. Councilman Young, will you take that?
Yes, sir.
Number 42, a resolution to Union Pacific Railroad Company requesting they address the properties adjacent to the railroad tracks along the Railroad Avenue corridor by clearing overgrown grass, vegetation, and removing debris. Again, any comments or questions? Please vote.
All in favor?
The following ordinances are for introduction by consent and will be read into the record the day following this meeting at 1:00 p.m. That will be numbers 43 to 55 in the City Hall chambers in City Hall. This meeting is adjourned.
Boo! I have something I need to address the mayor and the city council about the way they're running City Hall. I came in here Monday. I'm a journalist. I travel around the country, and the way they're running this with the security is abominable. I asked about the city council meeting, how to get signed up on the list to actually properly address City Hall. Nobody would answer a question. I was looking.
Did they get the city attorney?
Yeah, well, no, they didn't. They didn't. I kept. They followed me to every floor. I went up to the 8th floor. They wouldn't let me go.
Well,
Up to the 10th. Obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
Okay.
You understand that.
Well,
right?
I understand. Well, I do, but I mean, it's. I did an investigation of the building. I go around and I stress test the First Amendment.
Okay.
I'm a journalist. I want to record what public officials do in, on public property. And I like to see if the First Amendment, the First Amendment of the Constitution is going to be upheld or if it's going to be violated. I mean, I'm not going out there to provoke anything. I was just walking through the building with a camera. That's it. And then when people start acting the way that those security guards acted, sending 3 or 4 of them to literally stalk me and follow me around.
Again, I mean, it is something that's probably allowed in law for them. They were sending folks to handle. I guess my concern is how did our guys handle it?
You guys handled it all right. When they showed up,
infringe your rights. They didn't
infringe my rights. They
that's about as much as I can help you with. The guys at City Hall don't work for me.
Exactly. No, and I was actually out at your department earlier today. I walked around it. It went good. Nobody actually confronted me or anything.
You can videotape whatever you want. Man.
That's it. Yes, sir.
All the good stuff's on the inside.
Yeah, and my thing is, I don't go to provoke any kind of response. I like to take a tour of different cities, go into City Hall, check out the police department, just make sure that nobody's going to, if they do it right here on camera, then obviously that's a problem, because it's. But that's the thing. Rights are like muscles; they have to be exercised, or else.
They wither and die.
And exactly. And I'm a Marine Corps veteran, so it's important to me. Yes, sir. So you're the chief.
I'm not the chief. I'm one of the deputies.
He's
one of many.
Okay. Got you.
Deputy Chief Moss.
Well, yeah, I wasn't trying to, cause any problems. I called up here earlier and I asked about the City Hall meeting. I told the clerk, I said, look, I'm going to interview people, the council, they come out about that, because I think that, a building such as City Hall, it's a traditional public forum. People can't be barred from, coming in if they're not causing a disturbance. What my business is for being inside a City Hall is honestly nobody's business. It's really not.
We might have to agree to disagree on that one. It depends. If you're in City Hall to conduct business and you've completed conducting your business and you malinger around the hallway, what purpose, what business does that serve?
As long as I'm not causing a disturbance, though, if I'm not breaking any laws or causing a disturbance, then
do you think legitimately now? Talk to me legitimately. Walking around with the camera. It's following your business. You've completed whatever you're doing. It's likely going to cause a disturbance, which is probably why you have 2 or 3 guys following you around. 4 or 5.
Not really, because my business is different than their business and y'all's business.
So you nailed it right on the head. Your
Exactly.
business is different than theirs.
Right.
Your business you're conducting is foreign to what the norm is at most. I'll bet you. I know it is, because you probably get this everywhere you go, right?
Sometimes.
I bet
Sometimes.
it's a little more egregious than that in other places too. I'm sure
It
I haven't been to your
has-
website,
I mean,
but I'm sure
it
you've got one. I'm sure
It
you've got a
has.
Facebook page. I'm sure there's lots of stuff that you've dealt
We
with.
the People News.
But I
We the People News.
believe you.
Yeah.
I believe you. I'll go down the first minute audit a rabbit hole every once in a while at the gym on the treadmill. It's interesting.
Yeah.
But anyway, no, I appreciate. I do in my way. I appreciate what you're doing as far as testing First Amendment rights, because there are places where there are law enforcement officers that may not be as well educated on how to handle things.
And that's the thing. You hit the nail on the head.
Not pooping on any of them, but just saying.
No, you hit the nail on the head right there as well. So, y'all offer trainings. I know every department offers some sort of training when it comes to constitutional rights training. And so when I come up, it's basically, I guess you could say it's kind of like a secret shopper, with a store. I pop in. It's better that it get, it's better that it get pointed out in a way like this, okay, where it can be addressed, than for, maybe an officer that's coming off unhinged or whatever, to do it in a real life situation where, somebody gets hurt, killed,
There's also some profit side to you for you as well. I mean, I'm taking a shot in the dark. It's how you make your living.
Actually, it's
a portion of it.
I mean,
you
not.
seem to be pretty dedicated to it.
I'm dedicated because of everything that's happened. It's circumstantial because of basically the corruption, the amount of corruption that's happened has left me basically in a, this has all been left, this is basically the result of everything. The government hates that I do this, but the government can actually take an internal look into itself as to why I do the things that I do. They created this monster. And so because of the ways that my rights have been violated, I mean, there was some egregious stuff over in Lafayette that happened, where I was violently attacked, arrested, and kidnapped by U.S. Marshals. Actually, about
You have to give me. I'll work out. I'm not lying. I've worked out doing a serious cramping.
no. But it's there's some of the craziest things that have happened that have basically created this situation where, just like y'all swear an oath to protect and defend the Constitution, as a Marine Corps veteran, I swore a lifelong oath to protect and defend the Constitution, and I wouldn't have been so gung ho doing this had my rights as not only a citizen but as a veteran, hadn't have been trampled over. So I take that oath very, very seriously. And so,
Listen, can we continue this conversation?
yeah. No, it's all good. I need to pack my stuff up anyway. So.
I'm serious. I worked last today. That guy. Oh my God. Pull up some really. Now my man's gonna have a video of me going. I talk to you. Locking up. I was worried about it.
No, you did good, man. I appreciate it. I'm glad you didn't come charging at me whenever I basically booed right there at the end and said that.
We don't do that. Too. It's city council and things like that happens.
No, I got you.
You get upset people in here sometimes, and it's a thing.
Hell yeah. But no, overall, y'all did. Other than my experience over here, I appreciate it. Other than my experience with security, the other day, I mean, overall, I would have to say that Lake Charles actually, yeah,
okay,
yeah. Well, no, I mean, I would actually go. The only issue that I've had down here, it's been the security guard issue, and had actually city employees. I wasn't trying to point it. Had actually city employees been brought into the loop, there were a few city employees upstairs that acted unprofessionally, but had senior executive leadership been brought into the loop, I would like to think that would have been corrected. But overall, I mean, I would say that Lake Charles did good. And now I'm done with everything
Done with us
and moving on. I might stick around and do a little cop watching tonight. I don't know. That's always the exciting part is to pull up on.
Been doing crazy stuff. I don't notice the weather got really weird there.
It really did. It really did.
Yesterday there's a burn ban in my parish, and 15 minutes after they announced the burn ban, it rained for 45 minutes. That's about right.
Yeah, it's getting. Hey, pleasure meeting you. I'm Don.
I'm sitting there waiting. I'm pushing that way. I'm waiting on them, waiting on my opportunity.
Ooh, the rain's starting. All right. That sums it up for Lake Charles, Louisiana. This was lost you for a second. Yeah. We the People News. No, I go around the country.
I watch them all the time.
Yeah. We the People News, yeah. I got Patriot News Activism and We the People News. I've been down here for like 3 days, and since it's raining, I might go ahead and head out tonight. I was gonna maybe stick around, do a little cop watching tonight, but I may just go ahead and hit the road, and I was definitely gonna leave by tomorrow morning. So sounds good. Hey, do it, man. All right. Oh, it's starting to rain and my equipment's getting wet. All right. Well, hey, I realized that when I shut my laptop right there at the end, that cut off my other feed, and that was what I had the sound coming from. It was from that camera, that other camera, that was a web camera. mounted to the top of this phone. Let's see. So I'm glad I caught that and turned it on. I think that assistant chief was cool. Caught him winking a few times at somebody, but kind of dismissive of me. But that concludes Lake Charles, Louisiana. On to the next place. Let's see. Yeah. So yeah, I've got a link right there at the top, pinned to the top. Everybody, please check out my Linktree address. It's got all the important links on it, and I'm steadily adding more. You go to that website, you spell out Linktree, LINKTR, and then the last two letters EE. Put a dot before the EE and put /WTP News, and you'll see. It's got the new podcast on there. It's got my websites. It's just a all-in-one place to go to see everything important with WTP News. Okay, and if anybody has, I could definitely use some travel funds. I definitely need to replace my equipment that the U.S. Marshals broke and held on to. All I've got is this iPhone, and then I've got that webcam right there with the with my laptop. But that's gotta, I can't just use that unless I have the laptop. So definitely need to replace that. But yeah, travel funds. Going to different places. Shit's not free. So yeah, even if it's just a couple bucks, it helps out. It goes in the gas tank. Appreciate y'all tuning in, and yeah, this is Operation Silence the Press, that it's going to make sure it's on there. Yeah, it is. So take you out of here with Operation Silence the Press.
Operation Silence the Press.
So you're tuning in live for National Fuck the U.S. Marshals Day. We the People News.
Kidnapped quick, no warmer, no case. Camera smashed out, tripod in my face. First Amendment written, they erased, but the court said Cohen already placed. Hey! Operation Silence the Press, they plotted, they guessed, but the truth don't rest. It beats in my chest from Cohen and Cali to Lafayette stress. Rights don't vanish cause the marshals press. Broke my gear, try to kill my breath. Shackle me cold, start me near death, but the voice survives and I stand confessed. I expose what they fear. Silence the press. August 25th, courthouse stone. Sign in my hands, I stood alone. Words from the past, Cohen's tone. Fuck the marshals, carved in bone. Hated news and badge with a snarl. Threatened my cam, said seize it all. I stepped back slow, obeyed the call. Then he lung slammed hard, I fall. Tripod cracked, my gimbal broke. Camera crushed and the government choked. First Amendment, bled in the smoke, but the record stands. I spoke. Operation Silence the Press, they plotted, they guessed, but the truth don't rest. It beats in my chest from Cohen and Cali to Lafayette stress. Rights don't vanish cause the marshals press. Broke my gear, try to kill my breath. Shackle me cold, start me near death, but the voice survives and I stand confessed. I expose what they fear. Silence the press. Dragged to a cell, chest punched tight, couldn't breathe deep, heart raced all night, knock his arm back just to fight for air. Now he screams assault while I'm gasping there. I take slow, no sirens near, paramedics mock, no mercy here. Hospital cold, the truth unclear, delay in the jail, they jeered. Passed to Olivier cuff cut bone. I asked what's the charge, he had none shown. Just a hole for the feds, my rights dethroned. That's kidnapping law in a danger zone. 40 pages black, lies in disguise. I forget, hit the scheme, but the scars don't lie. Laugh all you want, but the tape don't die. Operation failed, truth multiplies. Jailhouse freezing, blanket torn, no food served, constitution scorned, wrist bones twisted, pain reborn, but the fight lit brighter in the darkest storm. This ain't 30 days, this is principle strong. 54 years, the court said wrong. One man's lyric, another man's song, and I spit that truth in a world gone wrong. Cross they plots, they stitch and weave. Oxford to Galveston, tricks deceive, but you can't erase what the people believe. The first don't fade when the lions grieve. Operation Silence the Press, they plotted, they guessed, but the truth don't rest. It beats in my chest, from Cohen and Cali to Lafayette stress. Rights don't vanish cause the marshals press. Broke my gear, tried to kill my breath. Shackled me cold, starved me near death, but the voice survives and I stand confessed. I expose what they fear. Silence the press.
Operation Silence the Press.